not sure I'm pushing the right buttons.
Yeah, man, that happens when you take all that time off.
What's a vacation if it ain't a month-long vacation?
That's right.
Holy shit. How have you been?
You see what Sam said?
Yeah, and I told him we're dead. I'm dead.
That's right.
100. That's about 400. I'm dead. I like lifting. I need to get back to it. I've never been good with cardio. I suck. I'm not anti-cardio. I'm just really bad at it.
Man.
Like, oh man, it's too many of these, like just anti-cardio liquid.
I know, man. I've got some of that anti-cardio liquid right here.
One of these days I'll do better. Anyway, well, welcome back to the old Trading Unfiltered. We haven't done a live in like a month. We haven't done anything. I haven't traded in like a month. We ain't done this in like a month. I've talked to you like only a few times this month. I just largely sucked and disappeared for the last month.
Hey, it's okay, man.
It's been kind of nice though. So like my computer blew up. We know this, or we know this. I don't know. I'm not gonna say everybody knows this because I got some DMs that was like, "Yo, did you blow up?" Like, nah, man. I just taking some time off. But my computer like blew up, so I had to get a new computer. That took a few 2-3 weeks anyway. And then I was just enjoying some time with the kids over the summer. I know I've told you this before, but I feel like you get like 10 good summers with your kids from 5 to 15. Because before they're 5, you can't do a lot. After they're 15, they just don't want to hang out with you.
Exactly.
So you get like 10 good summers. So I tried to soak up a lot of that. And, we had some stuff going on and vacations summer break, man.
Man, I mean, that's really what you got to do. I'm not trading like just a ton right now, but I'm doing enough.
Well, I popped on Twitter here and there, looked at some stuff, whatever. And like the first couple weeks I was gone, it seemed like it was kind of slow. Like the first half of July, last half it seemed like it picked up. This week and last week seemed pretty insane. Like there were some freaking moves.
Yeah, man.
VGTN, is that what it was? Comes to mind?
Yeah, man, that one was crazy. I know we were talking about it in the morning, that day it happened. And if I saw a move like that, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I probably would have been trying to short it too if I traded pre-market for real, which, I mean, I don't usually trade pre-market, but then that got me wanting to trade pre-market. And then I go and I take a loss on one, a pretty decent size loss, even though it didn't look that bad. I got FOMO, man. That move gave me FOMO on I was trying to long something,
Yeah, we both know I suck at longs. All right. We got to do the intro thing. We're going to do the intro thing. We're going to break down your shit because obviously I haven't traded. Let you break down your stuff, but I have one more thing to say after said intro because you mentioned pre-market.
That's fine. Right. Go ahead, man.
Doing this. Okay. So I did see some Twitter drama unfold about pre-market.
Oh, yeah. I saw like Verma and all them talking about that.
Yeah. And all right, so here's my thing. Some guys are like, oh, there's a ton of edge to be had in pre-market. Some guys are like, F pre-market. I mean, you kind of know where I sit with that. I'm not a big fan of pre-market. You can't get executed very well, especially with any size. It's a pain in the ass. But people were like going at Chris Verma's neck because he was like, I don't like pre-market. But then,
I mean, with the way he trades, he can't trade pre-market.
Yes, right. Okay, that was my first thought. I was like, considering how he trades, it makes literally perfect sense why he would not trade pre-market. He takes pretty big size.
He takes huge size, man.
Yeah, I mean, and one in, one out. You think he can get locked in with one shot of size in pre-market? Hell no. But these guys are going at him, And I think a lot of these guys that go at him, like, I mean, I'm not, don't want to assume anything, but I'm going to assume a lot of those guys aren't taking that same type of size. If you're taking a couple hundred shares or, maybe even 1,000 in pre-market, okay, you can probably get executed with no problem. I know it's low liquidity, but if you're taking pretty big size in pre-market, dude, executions suck and you can get skipped up on so easy. And I know there's no halts in pre-market, so skipped up on, like those 1 minute 10% move green candles that just rip face, you're gonna get slipped bad. That's what I thought, skipped. So I know there's no halts, but you can get ripped in pre-market with size because you can't get out. It's happened to me numerous times, and that's why I hate pre-market. I freaking don't like it. And usually 90% of the time I trade pre-market, I regret it about every time, minus a couple setups.
Man, and the only reason why, like, one of my best trades this week, really this month, because I haven't traded much in August. As you know, I've been, I trade futures too, and I've been doing that like with the funded accounts. I got a bunch of them now, so like I'll hit it.
We got to dig into that one day, by the way.
Yeah, we'll dig into it. I'm just doing that like I treat it just like a damn. I mean, you should treat trading like a business too, but like. Yeah. Some of my small cap trading, it's kind of like an art to me, but this is like strictly like I have a profit goal, I hit it, and I don't fuck with it anymore because, man, I don't care what anybody says. If you trade those funded accounts all day, the overexposure, the more time you're in there, you're probably going to mess up. So you need to hit it.
Futures look choppy as shit.
Yeah, man, it's totally different than what I do with small caps.
It looks like it.
I will say it's made me trade small caps better because I'm less worried about it because I've got that money coming in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we were talking about futures earlier. I know we got to get into like your trades, but I got to say this too. We were talking about futures. You and I have talked about futures quite a bit over the last few months because you've gotten into trading futures. And you are actually getting, oh, hell yeah. There was one time this year I don't regret a pre-market trade, and that was, to be honest with you, I don't remember if it was March or May. I think May, when the bank stocks were, dying. All the regional bank stocks, SIVB.
Dude, those were making your months, man. You were making huge trades on those.
There was one of those where I took some size. I didn't take much size in pre-market, but I took a trade in pre-market and added it open, and that hit in pre-market made that. But seriously, I can think of one trade the entire year where I'm like, hell yeah, I'm glad I traded pre-market. One. But again, to each their own. I just, when people were going at Verm, I'm like, dude, it just makes perfect sense to me why he wouldn't trade pre-market. It doesn't work for his strategy. That's whatever.
I mean, dude, Verma is relying on his stops, like, because if not, I mean, I don't think he trades with a broker max loss, but he's very diligent. You know what I mean? Like I've seen him like do some dumbass shit. Like one time I've known him for like, maybe about 2 years. I was in his room for a little while and I still talk to him, but I've seen him like fall off the edge and do some dumb shit like once in the past 2 years and like lose $100,000. But I mean, like in a day and this is like after he was trading smaller. But for me, like I can think of like 10 times at least that I've like absolutely gone on tilt in the past 2 years. You know what I mean? Like, and thank God I have a broker max loss.
Yeah, and I mean, props to him for that transparency. That's not easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not losing $100,000 either, but it's different though. He's got more money than me.
Yeah, he's got a lot more money than we do.
Yeah, like if I lose $100,000, it's gonna fucking ruin me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. My wife would probably divorce me. I'd be a single man.
Oh, my wife was like, oh no.
But yeah, the futures, man, like I know I've said to you before, a lot of futures rooms are popping up left and right like fucking weeds. And it's, there's no entry to barrier, the funded accounts, yada yada. You already know my spiel on that. But I feel like you're doing it the right way. At some point we gotta dive into that. Not today per se, but we need to
yeah, and we'll get into that. And I know our channel's mainly about small caps, so that's
we're gonna diversify.
Hey, I mean, that's what I'm doing. I mean, like, I'm doing it because I mean, they say like most millionaires and all that stuff have multiple sources of income. So it's, I mean, why not, man? It's not that it's, if you're not like, if you don't just like gamble, you can pass those evals, you can get the funded accounts, and then you can like do like I did today, go make like one trade in the morning. You know, you have it ready, you make the trade, and then you just, you know, I hit way beyond my profit goal for those. I have 12 of the funded accounts right now. I want 20 of them. Hit that goal and then just walk. Like I have them all linked together, you know, so I mean, and it's like you see the profit and you'd be like, oh, I mean, that's pretty good. Like, and it's way more than what I'd usually make in a day on those.
Yeah, but even 200 times 12.
Exactly,
right?
Man. And then
it's pretty wild.
You say 18 days or 20 days, whatever. I mean, it's pretty damn good, man. I can live off that. And it makes it to where my small cap trading is much less like, what's the word? I'm not so worried, you know, I'm not like, I mean, good example, and we'll get into it with this. One of the longs I took this week, it was right after that VTGN, whatever.
Yeah, so I did see that. That was, I mean, thousands of percent that thing moved, right? I've been pretty largely disconnected, but didn't that thing move thousands of percent at one point in the day?
Yeah, man, I think it was like 4,000 or something. I don't know. I know that the chairman was talking about taking like a 700% loss on it.
Holy. In pre-market, I assume?
Yeah, he said every summer he has a mega loss. I read his little newsletter every day, and I laugh my ass off at it. I think I might subscribe to it for the $8.
$8, worth it for a laugh.
Dude, he's funny, man. He's funny. But anyway, so I'll show this. I'll start it off with an L because this was a pretty decent size L.
Well, I ain't had no L's in a month, so I don't know what's wrong with you.
Okay, hang on. All right. So what Sam said is skip from 51 to like 60 in 1 second. So a buddy of ours, I'm not going to name any names, blew up on it like a $60,000 account. I mean, like I'm pretty sure that shit happened in like one candle that he blew up, and he said that if, yeah, dude, like literally one print. I was looking at the 1 minute candles, and it looked like, I mean, it looked like if you weren't like lightning fast. Then I mean, and I'll be honest, dude. If I would have traded that, man, that might have blown me up in pre-market. So,
and he said this I say the same thing. Like I said, skipped. You know, some people in pre-market got skipped, and some dude was coming at me like, "How you get skipped? It doesn't halt." I'm like, "Well, if you get a candle like that right there, where it skipped from 51 to 60 in 1 second, like to me, I get it doesn't halt, but I mean, damn." I mean, you got a decent position size from 51 to 60, you're gonna get your slippage is going to ruin you.
Imagine if you just took 1,000 shares. I mean that's $51. You know, that's, I don't know what everybody's trading with, but
I mean, even if you only took a couple hundred shares, you know, a couple hundred shares on, you know, it's all relative to account size and stuff, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
Yes,
that's right. What I'm saying, man. And our buddy that unfortunately blew up on it, man. He was talking to me about it. Like he said, it was literally just like boom, liquidated. And I think he told me he still owes the broker $5,000. So it was like a 65K loss.
See, and that's the type of shit why I don't like trade. And that's just me. I'm not a big pre-market trader. The few times I have traded pre-market, even the bank stocks, even when I hit that one pre-market, it was not big size because I just don't like it, man. Some of my biggest losses ever are in pre-market, and it sucks. And I just don't like fooling with it. So, to each their own. I know some guys were going at him and blah blah blah, but whatever.
Nah, man, I don't blame Verma. I have a lot of respect for Verma. He's taught me a lot. I mean, unfortunately, when I first started trading his system, when I was trying it, I'd already been trading for a while. You know, just how it was. At first, I tried trading his system. I was like, I'm going to try to systemize my trading. I'd already been trading for like 3 years at that point, and man, it just wasn't the right time for it. And
yeah, that's the thing about a system. But I mean, and that's anyway. I went
It
off
was
on a
yeah,
thing
it was
about
the
pre-market, but
no, dude, I agree with you, man. It was, and that's how it was with me. It was the beginning of 2022. I'd already done very well at that year. Like I was already up like 30 grand in the first 2 months of the year, and I was like, man, I need to sit back and try to systemize this. Found Verma. I was like, this guy's so real on Twitter. Unfortunately,
timing.
It was just bad timing for me and for him, and he totally understood, like why I was like, hey, I can't do this anymore. But super cool guy, and a lot of the way that I short stuff now, like I have him in mind with a lot of the stuff I learned from him. But I still go long too. But my little thing is that from where I'm tracking my trades at on now is on a Trader View. It's saying that I probably shouldn't be longing small caps. Is
So
basically what it's telling me.
that's about the only thing I've been doing on my break, and I told you this before we started, but I've been watching that. I don't know how to say his name, Qual Maggie.
That's what I say. Qual
Yeah.
Maggie.
So I've been watching his some of his old stuff, and his dude is a whale of a trader on the long side, and oftentimes it's not just large caps, mid caps. On occasion, he'll catch a high liquidity small cap. But anyway, I'm not comfortable longing small caps, as you know. It doesn't sit well with me. I'm not good at it. But if I'm going to learn from somebody, it should probably be that type of person. So
See, I didn't even know that he was like a big time long trader. That's how little I know about him.
Yeah, like he's a trend. I mean, again, I've not dug into his stuff near as much as I probably should have, but Trent seems to be somewhat of a trend trader on the long side, and he's not usually in and out within a day. He's swinging that stuff sometimes for weeks at a time. Anyway, I'm still learning, so I'm not gonna act like I know, but to me, it seems like his money's being made on the long side. So anyway,
Hey, when I first started, mine was too. But this trade right here, I will show it was not. In fact, this was a pretty decent sized loss. Let's see here.
I think I remember you talking about this one. I do.
Is this showing the whole screen?
It's doing like I mean, I can see it.
Hang on.
But it's like it's vertical.
Yeah.
See, we haven't done this in like a month, so yeah.
One sec.
It's
Is that a little better?
Yeah, that's good. See,
All right.
pre-market, man. The mother effing pre-market.
Can y'all see the line there? My monitor, my left monitor, for some reason, where I have these charts that I did the color scheme for, it translates different to some people's screens. They'll be like, it's all black.
Oh no, to me it's crystal clear. Like I can see the reds, the greens, the ins, the outs. To me, it looks
You got
good.
better monitors than me too. You got like that damn 4K shit. I got 1080p's because I'm poor.
Well, so my verticals, for the record, are just pretty standard because they're just for basic stuff. But yes, my main monitor is an ultra wide. I swear by it, I will never not have an ultra wide again. It's like two monitors in one.
And I just got these vertical, regular old, Joe Blow monitors. LGs.
Well, whatever. Some guys on Twitter are making $1 million from this thing right here. I see it all the time.
Oh yeah, dude, I know, man. Me too. I see it too on Weeble.
And they sell a Discord for like $50 a month. So get in on that.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we need to do, man. We just need to get a Robinhood account. And
paid room coming soon, featuring Weeble screenshots, Lambos. You got the Rolex. We're halfway there.
Oh yeah, dude, it's not new enough though. It's too old.
Nobody will know it's a Rolex.
Oh yeah,
I saw that today. Did you see the post he's talking about?
No, man. I'll be honest with you. I traded for literally 15 minutes today.
So I'll have to show you later because they deleted it. But some dude put on Twitter today that somebody in his room, he's so proud, but one of his students made $150 million today.
150 million.
Boom. What are we doing with our lives?
Dude, if I make $150 million,
you'll never see me again.
I was about to say, y'all probably won't ever see me again.
I'm out. I'm off the grid for life.
I know, man. I'm like gonna move somewhere and fucking, I don't even know. Just
You would have an endless keg of Natty Light on
oh
a
yeah,
beach. Like, yeah.
in the
Anyway,
Bahamas,
all right.
maybe that'd be cool.
That was funny, dude. That's some
Maybe Puerto
funny
Rico,
shit.
where I wouldn't get it all taxed away from me from this terrible system. But we won't get into
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll just talk about this. I got FOMO. I saw this wick off VWAP. This is a 1 minute chart.
I just now realized. Sorry, I'm just now looking at this in, I guess, detail. This thing was a huge gapper. This thing gapped up hundreds of %.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I was saying. Like, it's up 100. It was up several 100%. And I'm like, I mean, it was like 200.
Yeah, this was a move. This was a major move.
Yeah, this is a great short. This was a sick, gapper that I.
I mean, shit. This short, if you'd have just shorted it open, you're making like, holy shit, like 50% on your money. 100. Well, from it, I know shorts kind of skew the percentages, but 100% if you short it 2 and cover it 1, that's crazy. This is a wow.
So like, not only did I like go huge size here, like for my pre-market size, like I was all right. If it starts breaking down here, I'm gonna stop out, and then I hesitated.
So let me ask you a question on that first exit, because I have so many questions.
Yeah.
On the first exit, your first sell, which was before the VWAP break, is it because you were sized heavy?
Oh yeah, man, and I'm sweating at this point because I'm like, damn it, that was really dumb. I just started my day,
Yeah, I got
you.
Because usually, we well, anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was glad it let me out, like, because I was trying to get out right here. And so,
say fucking pre-market, dude. You can't get executed. I hate it so much.
Yeah, I was trying to sell, and I had to put my sell at I put it at like $1.50 or whatever, like the limit sell that I was trying to do, and got executed there. I just thought it was going to break VWAP and then go to like here, and then maybe come up and go a little above it, and then, but it bounced off VWAP, so I was like, well, hell, let me try to long it again. I longed it, and I'm like, all right, I'm up pretty decent here. I still didn't recover the loss. And then I'm like, all right, now I'm getting in some size. This thing's about to rip. I thought it was going to rip to like $3.
Yeah.
Then it didn't. So I get out here for like a small win. I'm still red on the trade. After open, it wicks off VWAP and halts up. And I'm seeing it halting. You can see when it halts. I was like, let me get in on this. This thing's going to rip up. And I'm sitting there right after it. Halts down, and I'm like, damn it, get out. I got out like right at the end. I didn't have as much size, but still pretty decent size loss. Really dumb trade, and not proud of it, but I'm just telling you what happened.
I mean, pretty tight risk.
Yeah, I mean, it was decently tight risk, except for, this was
so my last trade, I don't know, you probably don't remember this. I remember this because my last trade was not good. It was AGLE. I remember the ticker when I took more size in pre-market than I normally do, and I added it open and ended up turning into a nice win, but strictly luck. I mean, strictly, like, that could have been a bad loss. It'd have been a max loss. It'd have been a max loss.
Oh, I remember that. Just keep adding, bro.
Yeah, I just kept adding, and it was something like this where in pre-market it got real stupid and was up hundreds of %, and the FOMO was hit me, and I'm like, this thing's gonna tank, and fortunately, it did, but it could have not been that. Anyway,
it could have been like, damn, whatever that VTGN or whatever. Like, that one would be awful. Imagine.
Yeah, I mean, this is a wild move, though. I'm just perplexed by the amount of move in pre-market. I'm also surprised by the amount of volume in pre-market. This almost did 1 million a minute in pre-market, which is pretty rare. And then the fade, unreal. This is wow,
dude. And this was the day after VTGN, so it was like,
why didn't you tell me to come back,
dude? I know, man.
I'm
known you're busy, like, and you know how our buddy Morg, he's always saying monkey see, monkey don't. That was literally what this was, man, and that's all I could tell myself. I was like, why are you not shorting this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you know how it is, hindsight. Because I'm sure you had VGTN on your mind, that I looked at VGTN and I seen where it did rip, at open. I would assume VGTN was still on your mind, thinking, okay, here comes round 2, but
man, I mean, I was just thinking like it's still early enough, in pre-market. I mean, it wasn't that early, but it's still like an hour until open. And
is our boy did Jet trade this? This looks like a Jet trade.
Man, I don't remember. Let me go see if he did.
No, yeah, I just wonder if you know off the top of your head.
I mean, dude, if Jet didn't trade it, I'll be surprised, to be honest.
This looks like like he would do well with this, because it's got a couple little pops that he'd hit. That little pop there to VWAP at 180. Looks like that'd be a Jet type of hit. I just was curious.
Dude, I mean, Jet's been doing pretty good lately.
Good.
Yeah,
I know I've been I know we got our, Discord room with all our people, and I suck. I know. I'm sorry.
Oh no, dude, it's all good. And I think that the same day that happened, actually, I don't remember if it was the same day, but I had like one of my best trade this month. Granted, I haven't had a lot of trades this month as far as
you traveled for a while too.
Yeah, man, I've been doing a bunch, and I'm gonna go to the Carolinas later on this year, and in October I'm going to Denver.
We're taking a trip in October. That's kids' fall break.
Yeah, like that's gonna be my last little deal before we have this baby in November.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But I think Charles is gonna come too. But we're gonna go to Denver for. I'll be in Denver for like a week in October, and I think that'll be it. Maybe one other little deal this summer, or I mean the summer's about over, but
Ooh, do you want to see what I've been doing this summer?
Yeah, let's see.
I only have one cool thing to show. I don't have a bunch of pictures ready to show of kids and vacations and stuff. But anyway, I got this. Old one blew up. That's the new one. I'm pretty excited about it.
Dude, that thing is sick.
Yeah, it took a few weeks to get it, but damn it, man, that thing it's a dream. So now I'm ready to lose money. I'm ready to lose money.
Hey, hell yeah. That's all you need. That's all you need to lose money. Just ask me.
But so my previous computer, and I know you got more charts, Joe. This is all I got to talk about, so I'm gonna talk about it.
No, I want you to talk about it.
Was an I-Buy-Power, and it was, it was all right. But like in the 2 years I had it, I only had it 2 years, and then the damn graphics card just. Then in the 2 years I had it, I had to have it fixed a couple times. I'm not gonna say it was cheap, but it was on the cheaper end of things. Anyway, I got this new one, and anyway, long story short, the crew at Zydax, like they hooked this thing up. Like I had some parts picked that I was gonna have them add in. They were like a sound card. I told you about that earlier. I was like, gonna get a sound card like I had my last one. The dude was straight up like, that's a waste of money. Your motherboard has better onboard audio than a sound card. Like, don't waste your money. Little shit like that. But anyway, that's all I got to show. That's it. That's all I got. I have no trades.
It's a sick computer, man. I really like it.
Freaking love this.
I mean, I built my computer, and it's not that badass.
So I do want to learn how to build, because a lot of guys were like, build your own shit, and I do want to learn how to do that. So I've taken some time. I'm in trading, but I did watch some Qual Maggie stuff, and I also watched some YouTube videos on how to trade. So I got a case. I got a shit ton of wires over there in the corner. Like, I'm gonna work on it. That's a little side hobby.
It's super easy, man. And I'm it was kind of fulfilling for me to build mine. And
I'm gonna try to build.
It's not that cool, but it's
no. I mean, I got one over here. I'm trying to build my kids like a home desktop computer just to see how it works. And that way, if it doesn't work, okay, cool. Like, you just can't play Roblox or whatever they do. You know what I mean? But I don't need it for trading per se, but I'm gonna mess with it. Anyway, all right. Trade.
Dude, by the time my son gets home from school, I'll just let him use this computer.
I don't let mine use this computer. I'm too afraid.
I don't even care, man. I don't care. He can use it. If he tore it up, I would trade off my laptop or something. Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
yeah. I'm
But
too afraid.
I mean, you know, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Hey, I will show this though, because this was my best trade this month.
The whole month?
Yeah. Which I mean, I haven't
July or
traded-
August? No, August, right?
Yeah, August.
You still got time to get a better one.
I'm just happy with the way I executed this
Oh
one.
yeah, that's. Oh wait. I haven't done this in a long time.
Thank you.
That's good. That's like chart porn, as they call it. That's good.
You can barely see one tiny little stop right there, but like I got it.
I don't see that. Let's just pretend that that's not there. I don't see that. I really, to be honest with you, I wouldn't have noticed it unless you would have said that.
I know, man, and I was like, oh god.
I thought you were just adding because you couldn't get executed in pre. You know, I see that. I love the fact that did you like wait for it to reject and hit it off a 3?
So I saw there was like a decent little level here. I saw when it rejected there, and I started like adding it, like, or I started going in like at the bottom of it, of that little where it fell there, and I was like, all right. And then I added too much, and then I stopped, and then I added it all back in.
That's a good one. And then you covered right at market close.
Yeah, man. Like I set a stop for break even, and I was already up so much on it that I was like, all right.
Did you lower your stop or you just let it ride?
Dude, I just I had my phone with me and I'd check in on it every now and then. And then by the end of the day, I was like, all right, like I went back to the computer and it was I got out like right at market close, and I had an order because dude, the price ended up getting, the spread was like 10 cents or something. I was like, damn, I don't want to like get executed at the top of this candle. So like I just like put in some limit orders, and then it filled them. It filled one at like 150, and then it filled the other one at like, it was the same order, but it filled it at 147.
When was this? This was this week?
Yeah, this is this week.
Shit, man, this week's been crazy. This is another, like, I'm just, again, looking at the chart in detail and seeing it ran from basically under $1 to all the way to 3 in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, dude, and honestly, all day, I kept looking. I was like, what if this thing all the way round trips to like under $1? I was like, that would be insane.
Like, I ain't mad about taking vacation in July because from what I saw, the market was but shit, this last week, wow. You could have shorted this at open on VWAP at 220 and still made like a really nice gain, let alone from your pre-market hit.
I saw a bunch of people that hit it at the VWAP push right at open.
Yeah, that's my thing. I love that. I love that move. I love the move right at open, that parabolic push to VWAP within that first 30 minutes. That's picture perfect right there.
I know, man. And really, that would be the best way for me to hit it. But like,
shit, you murdered this thing.
I don't remember if this was the same day that I made that mistake on that other one, that BURU. Oh,
is this a previous runner? This ticker seems familiar. RENB.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like I've traded this before.
Not very recently though, because I've been keeping up with them here recently. It's not recent. Or if it is, then I don't remember it. But that BURU Jet actually took a loss on it. I just remembered because he was too early. He was shorting it.
In pre-market. Motherfucking pre-market, dude. I see. Man.
I mean, dude, Jet wakes up at Jet's he's in the same time zone as us, and he wakes up at 3 a.m. every day.
Yeah, he said he wakes up at like 3 a.m. and trades for a couple hours, and then goes back to bed and comes back like shortly before open, right?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Sam with the knowledge. It does it like an IPO on DAS. I had it pulled up somewhere else.
That's another reason I like Thinkorswim. I feel like Thinkorswim does a better job with that type of stuff, ticker changes and the history and all that stuff. That's why I love Thinkorswim. You know
Yeah,
this.
man.
I love
Sometimes I'll pull stuff up on Dash and I'm like, oh my god, I can't trade this, and I'm like, wait, yeah, I can. I'm like looking at somewhere else, you know.
Yep. I mean, I love DOS for executions, and you know, a lot their charting is I love it, but I Thinkorswim is I I love both. I gotta have both. I just use both. I like both.
I like a lot. I have a bunch of different charting platforms. I mean, I really love TradingView too.
Yeah,
always
I've never used TradingView. I know a lot of people swear by it. I've never even tried it, to be honest with
So
you.
like, I just really love a charting software that I can grab the chart with the left click on a mouse and move it all around in a circle. You know what I mean? Like, I just
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, I
if
get
it's if it's ENVB, that's like a known fader for sure. That one, I've traded that one before.
See, and that's the thing too. I'm out of rhythm. So like I think I've told you this before. Like when I am back trading, which maybe next week, for sure, the week after that, like I'm gonna have to take a couple days and just like, you know, get a feel for things. And I don't know. I feel so disconnected.
Well, you'll be right back into.
Oh yeah, I mean I'd be all right. I've taken vacations, probably. I don't think this is the first time in years that I've taken like this much time away. But the computer kind of forced my hand, and then I kind of just was like, just keep rolling with it. And I just kept it going.
Shit. I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Nah. I mean, I had more time this summer with the kids than I had probably any summer of their life or mine.
Hey, he loves bankruptcy plays and subbies.
I'm cool with the subbies.
Dude, I hit them every now and then if the move looks sick enough. But like today, I saw the subbies.
Man.
I know, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm taking an ass load of shares. And
the ECN. Well, you know, I try to use the rebate routes as much as I can, but
I do too.
Sometimes with the subbies, that can be hard too, because you can sacrifice some executions with. Cobra. I love Cobra, but I don't even think they do the rebates on the subbies, for one, and two, every penny on subbies gets pretty valuable when you're taking. They're tough.
Man, I didn't trade a ticker at all today.
What broker are you using, Sam, to trade these subbies? Because you trade subbies a lot, I've noticed, and you do it well. I know you're not in the U.S., but just out of curiosity, because subbies, I mean, not just Cobra. We use Cobra. I love Cobra, but any broker here, them fees on subbies can get rough.
I bet Sam uses Centerpoint. Yep, I knew it.
Yeah, CP. Yeah. And I know, like, with non-US, it's free ECN routes. Yeah. Yeah, Cobra has a rebate route, but I don't think it applies on sub $1 if I'm
No, I don't think it does either.
Shit adds up, man.
Charles
I do love subbies, though. I still love subbies. Like, I'll still trade them. Yeah, because he's pretentious. Oh, pretentious. I'm just kidding. I don't know him like that. I shouldn't say that.
No, I know. I mean, he does bang like some massive size on shit, though. So I mean,
retail whale.
I mean, and he holds it for like he'll short something and hold it until it gets delisted. You know what I mean?
Well, so I've always liked the reverse split shorts, but I've been, I pay attention to what he says. Sharp guy, great trader, and he's the one that really turned. I've been trading reverse splits, for a while, but he's the one that got my eyes on it this year, trying to catch that because they've been popping.
And y'all will never see this guy because he's unless you're in our little room, which by the way is totally free, and anybody can be in there.
I'm gonna start charging $1,000 for mentorship and $100, maybe $200 monthly fee. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Oh man,
probably.
Yeah, they had like some kind of shit they came out with like right before close. I'm trying to remember what it was.
So he mentioned Mulan, and I did see Mulan. I saw a couple tickers I saw that gave me FOMO. Mulan, Lottery, LTRY Lottery,
Oh yeah,
Mulan Lottery, and I think the other one was Nicola. I feel like it was. I know Lottery and Mulan for sure. I think Nicola was the other that I saw not too long ago. It was Nicola had a pretty nice. Anyway, Mulan, man, I love short Mulan. Always feels so right. They suck so bad.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I see Mulan now. Ugh. So some of my best plays this month, and I know we've talked about on other shows, so I don't want to beat a dead horse. But some of my best plays this year, this whole year, bank stocks aside, have been the reverse split like pop shorts. That's been some of my best trades this year. Anyway, I know you
Dude,
got more charts to show.
no. I was gonna add on that is like, I want to say Charles told me he had like something like 99%. He's only lost on like one.
They've been money. You
And I
wait
mean,
on that first pop, man, and I mean,
he's
money.
gonna hold them things until like with size. He holds those things like until
But
they
after a couple
de-list.
days, man, so after that reverse split, that first pop, usually that happens in the first day or two. They've been fading 50 and 60%, like within a couple days. Like
Oh, he'll be sending me like, I mean, he covers some of them, that day or whatever, but most of them he's holding them, and he'll be sending me pictures of like the percent gains, like 60, 70% gains.
Yeah, he's better at holding than I am. I'm not very good at that part.
I'm pretty sure he's still holding a PayPal long that he's negative like 50K on. Yeah, I mean, he will hold stuff to death. He'll bag hold something too, but not that bad, man. No offense. I know he's not listening to us.
No, I got a friend like that. He'll take longs on stuff pretty decent size, and he'll be like, "Shit, I ain't lost till I sell." Like,
I mean, but
all
he's got money like that. I'm gonna see him here in about an hour, and I'll tell him that I was talking shit about him all on this.
Well, tell him I appreciate his insight on these reverse split pops shorts. Reverse split pop short. That's a mouthful.
Yeah, that's his thing, man. But yeah.
You got more charts?
Yeah, I got a couple other pretty good ones.
All right, good. I know you said we're closing in on an hour. I know Charles on the way over. Next week I might have charts to show too. Fingers crossed.
Hell yeah, I hope so.
Me
Here's
too.
one. This is one that I like. I had a big win on this last year. It was like back when I was trying to top tick everything. But anyway, this is like drug. I mean, it's a decent fader. But I started shorting it in pre-market, and then like just shorted into the weakness here, and had a stop in, and then I got stopped out for half, and then I stopped out the rest myself, and then I hit it here, for like a little VWAP hit, covered some there, and got that sweet little bottom tick out. It was a decent trade.
So I'm glad you showed this chart, because I remember another ticker that I saw went kind of crazy in the last month or so. Malincrot.
What is it?
It might be like MKNT or MKT. It's a drug manufacturer. They declared bankruptcy. And so, I used to work in like pharmacy for a long time, right? And Malincrot makes opioids. And I saw they were declaring bankruptcy to avoid these numerous, probably endless fees that they were going to have to pay from all these lawsuits. And I saw a lot of people were shorting that. And it just, the only reason this pops up because this ticker's drug. So I'm thinking like Malincrot, because that was the manufacturer for all these opioids, majorly hydrocodone, that is widely overprescribed. And anyway, my whole thing was
Unless they're prescribing it to me.
MNK, I think that is the ticker. Malincrot, they're an opioid drug manufacturer, and I saw they declared bankruptcy to avoid paying bankruptcy fees. And I'm like, that is the most bullish thing I've ever seen. Just knowing that this company they owe probably more money in lawsuit fees than could ever be paid. because they are the scum of the earth. Like every pharmacy person you ever talk to is going to know who Mallinckrodt is. They hate them. They're the scum of the earth. And I'm like, them declaring bankruptcy is the most bullish thing I've ever seen. So I wasn't surprised to see that after they declared bankruptcy, that thing took off, because they are going to save so much money in that whole process.
Oh yeah, dude, and people are gonna be like, "Yeah, man, they're gonna come back. It's gonna be okay."
I mean, who knows? I just don't trust them any farther than I can throw them. But anyway, fuck those guys. Mallinckrodt, I remember them from my time in pharmacy. And yeah, man.
I was totally just kidding about if they're prescribing it to me, you know.
No. I mean, I mean, you know, I know what y'all do down in Alabama.
Man, yeah, we've been doing some shit down here, you know.
But I remember that ticker when you showed drug, that sparked my memory about Mallinckrodt.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna make out like a bandit by declaring bankruptcy and not having to pay those fees. They should have been sued a decade ago.
Oh yeah, and they're gonna do all kinds of crazy shit with the stock.
They'll declare bankruptcy, either merge, sell, become a new, rinse and repeat. Anyway, all right.
Hey, that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, they suck, man. I hate them so much.
Hey, I mean, but you know,
a lot of years in the pharmaceutical industry, and they were the bane of all of our existence.
I understand. I understand, but I don't.
Yeah, another story for another time. Anyway,
I'll show one more. This is a good win.
End on a good note.
Yeah. And like I said, I didn't trade as much, but I was trying to just like not be too early on stuff this week, mainly because I was like, you know.
Oh, I did see this one.
Yeah, and
Damn, you got a point of share on this one too.
Yeah, dude, like that, and that's why my little trading journal was like, you do not need to be longing at all.
Well, yeah, some of the shorts you've had, pretty wild.
I'm so much more comfortable holding something short on the small cap. You know what I mean? Like,
you and I were talking about that before the show. Like, that's part of the reason I've been watching Qual Maggie. Hope I'm saying his name right, because I would be comfortable, you know, longing large caps. I'm just never longing a simple. Yeah, I'm never longing a small cap and being like, I feel great about this. I just don't. My brain doesn't work like that, and it just doesn't fit my style. So that's why I've been trying to watch his stuff, you know, to learn a thing or two, because obviously he's one of the best there is at what he does. So why not learn from that?
Man, and the thing is that like last year when I was making good money on like longing these small caps, like I'm thinking of a few in my head. Like FNGR was like a huge win on the long side for me, and it was one that like held the 1-200, kind of fell down under it, and then end of day like gap back over VWAP and just ran like crazy into close. And that's just not, I mean, I just don't feel like we have volume right now, don't get me wrong, but like we just don't have that kind of volume at the end of the day to save one that's dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even looking at this one, this thing pretty low volume, all things considered.
Oh yeah, man, and that, like this is one that Verma was trading. You know, we both traded it, and
did he hit that first or second pop?
He took a pretty decent size loss on this.
Yeah, I could see that just based on that first, second pop type of thing, and low volume grind back up, man. It sucks.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like, it's funny, you know, and we were talking about making a video about this, but like exposure time versus limiting your upside, you know, and then also limiting your downside, which would be exposure time, is like huge. But also just like timing the market and timing the market, obviously. But for me, when I'm just at the desk all day and just, or even if I'm at the desk and I'm, you know, I might be doing other shit, but and that's fine. But like if I'm just glued to watching charts and watching my scanner and stuff, man, I'm hitting everything, and it's usually bad for me. When I see stuff like this, to where I feel pretty good, like there was a good little level there for me to risk off of everything. Man, this is just like the kind of trade I like, you know?
This is a good one. I like that you waited for the. I you can't. I mean, I don't know that. I say volume, and it was a volume push. Now, in hindsight, looking at the chart, pretty low volume altogether. But you waited for that big volume push, exchange, whatever you want to call that, and the rejection, and hit it after that volume. Like I like that. And plus, that sets a clear like risk reward. You could literally risk a new high a day. Risking what 30 cents, and then you made almost $1. So 3 to 1 risk reward, roughly. Assuming that's what you did. I'm just guessing.
I think I made 24%, 22% on this trade, and it went lower. But yeah,
Did it? After close or something?
No, like right after I covered. So I had to take the screenshot real quick.
Yeah, take the screenshot so it looks good. Yeah, I like that.
I think Jet was like, "Sellers, this is your cover spot," and I was like, "You know what? He's right. Cover."
Oh, you told me about that, and then it tanked like shortly after, right?
Oh yeah, dude. I think it went like 280 or something.
That's the problem. I mean, so like I know we have our room with we talk amongst ourselves or whatever, but sometimes that's a problem. Like with that type of stuff or groupthink or whatever. You have a plan in your head, and then someone else is talking about what their thoughts are, and then it can kind of mess up with your thinking. But it's at the end of the day, I appreciate the idea sharing more than I do the pros
dude.
and cons, I guess, is all I'm getting at. But
and I think this was the same day that I took that loss on that BURU. So I was like, man, I just would love to end the day green, and I did at like $27 or something like that.
Dude, that'll pay 1/100th of your electric bill. So well done.
Yeah. Alabama Power is a bunch of crooked, gross, disgusting pieces of shit. They all need to rot and go to hell.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah. I bought this house in 2018, and I was looking back. It's the same power usage, and I haven't done anything else. So we've always had a pool. We've had the same air conditioning unit and all that.
It's a monopoly.
Exactly, it is, man. And I don't need to get too far off on this, but like I said, my power bill in August of 2018, when I moved into this house at the beginning in February of 2018. August was my highest power bill. It was $391. Fine with that. Under $400. It's Alabama. It gets up to 110 degrees in the summertime.
Yeah.
Whatever, 100 degrees, 150, whatever. I know it doesn't get that high, but you know what I'm saying.
No, yeah.
I'm fine with paying a $400 power bill. Now, a $700 power bill,
it's insane.
That's insane. It was $530 last month, and I was like, okay. I'm expecting about the same this month. I know, like, it's an older house, and my wife's there all day.
Hopefully your grow up will start paying dividends, because holy shit.
Yeah, that's what Vernon
I know
said.
That was funny.
The grow up, man. I wish I had a grow up going on. I wish it wasn't just a regular family, a residential family living in a house getting raped by the power company.
The power guys.
That's what it is. Yeah, they're a bunch of crooked bastards over there.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah, and it's not that it's like, we might lose $700 in trading, and like, damn, that kind of sucks. But like, we know it's part of it. But it's
man, real world money's weird.
Real world money is so weird. Yeah,
trading disconnects you from so much, and I don't get it. Like, I get it and I don't at the same time. I don't know. Great stuff, Conley. Don't forget to mention the funded account stuff.
Oh yeah, hey, I'll go into that for a minute here.
Some point we need to do a video. Deep dive breakdown, yada yada yada.
Well, let me just for a sec. What do you want to know about the funded accounts? Is a better question, I guess.
At some point, we'll have to do a full-on breakdown. What does it say? Oh, kindly mention. Don't forget to mention the funded. I don't know. Probably like who you use. I'm gonna guess who you use. Who do you use? I don't know who you use.
So I use Apex, and they're pretty, like, I think everybody uses them, It's They're just like a big fund, funded trading program, whatever you want to call it, and they, in my opinion, they're pretty good. They I mean, they've got a pretty uh, straightforward, set of rules that is on their website. I'd recommend, if you were to do it or whatever, watch all their videos. I mean, they lay it all out on the line for you. If you don't think you're going to be able to do it, in my opinion, then there's really, no reason to get mad. I see a lot of people getting mad about certain stuff on there. I can tell you right now, the payouts aren't bullshit. It's real.
Yeah, you've gotten some payouts, right? Like
Oh,
you've
yeah.
gotten a few now.
Yep, I've gotten a few. I mean, I've sent you some. I sent you a picture of one of the ones I got. It was just a small one, but still. Anyway, it's legit. I mean, you just have to know how to trade and not be a dumbass. Really, is all it is. And the reason why they do it is not for people that can do it. It's for people that can't do it, because they make their money off of that.
Yep, they're making money hand over foot. We know that.
Yeah, I mean, I've maybe got like maybe $2,000 invested into it, because I've blown some eval accounts and I've blown 2 funded accounts before, but I've got 12 funded accounts now and I'm working on getting 20. That's the way to do it. You can't. I mean, I've got some buddies that have just like 1 or 2. In my opinion, the risk that you're going to be trying to put on to make your money each month is not. It's too tight. Because I trade the 50Ks, the 50K funded accounts. You need at least like 5, in my opinion. It's not. I mean, if you can pass 1, you can pass 5. I do it in the Tradeovate app. Excuse me. I mean, I guess it's like an app on your computer. In my opinion, I like it because the trade copier is free. But like, just for example, I mean, I went a little bigger today, and not on purpose. It was honestly just because of like a little glitch. I didn't think I was getting executed. But so you could have, man, this is not going to translate good. And I was trying to get the screenshots off of Ninja, how everybody else does it. But
you got to do that by end of day or it disappears, right?
Yeah, man, I just didn't make it in time. I was gone. So this is today's P&L. You can kind of see it. This is all off of the Tradeovate app. I keep calling it an app. It's their whatever program, software. I like it because, like I said, you can do the free trade copier. You have to do that with these, man. You can't just trade one account and like bang out, 10, 20, even micro e-minis. Because it's just too much risk for one account. Like, unless you're just super tight with your risk. But the way I trade them looks like this. This is on Tradeovate. Does this look really fuzzy?
No, I can't. I mean, I see where you lock. Yeah, I mean, I see what's what. I can see where you. Yeah.
Let's see here. Let me get a different screenshot.
However, I think you should leave that as a teaser for a full video breakdown of futures.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just show this real quick. Like, this is my chart from today, and that's the only, you can see from that other one. That's all I did today.
So it looks like tiny little scalps, but on futures, when you're talking huge numbers, I mean, obviously they pay.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is, I think I made like 4 points on that. So it's 30 or was it 30? Yeah, it was 30 per account. 30 contracts per account. And I'm selling it into here, and then I hit a little short scalp here. So $500, give or take. Multiply that by 12 accounts. I mean, that's huge money, like, and it's
especially
real.
For funded, for funded accounts. It's not like you're not the one putting up 50 grand.
Exactly. The reason why they do this, and people are like, how is this profitable for them is because, I mean, dude, most people blow these accounts up. And like I said, I've blown a few of them up before.
I told you that stat I read, like 90 something percent of those accounts are blown. You know, like they're making money hand over foot. So those payouts they got to do for the people that get paid out are great. But they ain't paying out a lot of people. I think it was like what I sent you that thing. It was like less than 7% or something crazy. Like it was a
Actually get
stupid low
payouts.
number.
Yeah. It's like less than 7% of people actually get payouts.
Yeah, it's
and that's
crazy.
why I trade them the way I do. I have a bunch of accounts. I hit a trade and then I'll walk because when you overexpose yourself to the market, I mean, it's totally the opposite of any real job, in my opinion, and in life. It's like the less work you do on like the prep work, like if you're painting a car or whatever, is everything. But like actually doing it doesn't take that long. You know,
like a field goal kicker. All the practice is done off the field. They're on the field for like 4 seconds.
Exactly.
That's it.
And it's the same way with futures, and I would, you know, it's kind of the same way with trading small caps, but like I can hang out all day some days and trade small caps and have a big day. But like on these, if I make $500 in the morning per account, or I go for like making 100 or 150 on these. If I can do that in the morning, I need to walk my ass away because there's just I mean, dude, there's always tons of volume in them. They move a lot, and you can make a ton of money, but you're better off just like being real prepared, hitting your 1 or 2 trades. You know, you win on one, you lose on one, maybe you lose on both. Have an idea of where you're going to stop yourself. Don't get on tilt, ruin, you know, all your work. And like I said, yeah, we'll or like you said, we'll make a video about it.
Yeah, we'll have to do that.
I mean,
we haven't made a video in a while either.
No, yeah, and futures aren't like my number one thing. Like I'm big into trading small caps. You know, I'm doing this as just like another stream of income because I feel like I have a pretty decent grasp on how to trade them. So, but I also know
doing well with them.
I mean, I also know like my limitations and stuff. You know, you can't just like sit. I mean, some people can, but it's so easy to go on tilt with those, man. Like it's so, like Jet says, it's so easy to see red and just blow the shit out of them because you're like, oh man, especially if like,
yeah, it's not my money, whatever.
Yeah, man, and like the evals, you know, they're usually like $180, but dude, they'll be running 80-90% offs, and you'll be like, oh man, this is only $20.
Yep, boom, done.
You know, then do it again. Oh man, I gotta go get another one. And I've done that before. You know, I've probably blown like 3 in a row on evals before, just trying to pass them.
Yep.
Like I said, dude, they've probably gotten like in all the funded accounts that I've paid for, because there is like a fee. It's like $100 fee when you get the funded account. But in all in all, I probably have maybe like $2,000, $2,500 invested into this, and I've made my money back. Like, I mean, I don't even want to say it's been pretty nice.
That's how he's paying these power bills.
Dude, yeah, I got a wife that doesn't work. I'm about to have 2 kids. Our house is like a damn money sucker, and I feel like I literally cannot make money fast enough. That
you can never make enough money.
Yeah.
It's whatever you make tends to be what you spend sometimes.
And I'm a pretty simple dude, man. I don't need a lot. I don't buy a lot for myself. But
yeah, somebody was giving me shit because I got carpet in here. It's like, I don't give a whatever. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, you know, Twitter being Twitter, right? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Whatever.
Oh my god, dude, this room is actually, that's funny you say that. This room is the only room with carpet in it.
Yeah, so our upstairs has carpet. Downstairs has hardwood. I feel like that's pretty normal. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, I don't give a shit. We'll do a video on futures in the near future. Get it?
Hey, yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll do that in the near future. We're over an hour. We had a lot to say.
Yeah.
You have. I mean, we ain't done this in a minute.
I hear my phone going off. That means it's time for me to go.
Charles is on the way. All right. Well, appreciate y'all. I don't know, dealing with our rust because it's been a minute, but we are back on our regularly scheduled program. I should be back trading the next week, maybe 2. I'll get there. I get there. Kids start back school this week, but first week. Anyway, we'll see. We're gonna start doing this again on Fridays. We'll do a futures thing. We'll start doing our normal YouTube stuff, and I'll just stop sucking in general. So,
That's
to
right.
being better, to being better.
To being better.
All right, big dog. Well, I'll holler at you. Appreciate y'all. And till the next one. Peace.
Peace.